Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do a foundation routine. So if you would like to see how I get such a flawless, smooth look, then just keep watching. Okay, so let's get started. I already filled in my eyebrows off camera. I used MAC's Brow Fluid Gel Line, I think that's what it's called, and Deep Dark Brunette, and I just filled that in, and then I just used the Studio Finish Concealer just to carve them out and to clean up. So what I'm going to start with, I always like to color correct. So I'm going to use their Prep and Prime pen and Peach Luster, and I'm going to do that all over where the spots where I feel as though I have a little bit more darkness. And I'm just going to be looking like down a little bit only because I have my mirror right here. But so I'm just going to do right under the eye area. And I'm using Peach Luster is orange because orange cancels out blue. Like you can always tell what color cancels out just by using a color wheel. I'm going to use it out. I'm going to use it all over my mouth in the area that I feel is a little bit more dark. And I have this dark spot right here. So I'm just going to use this for that area as well. And just so you know, I already moisturized my skin and primed it off camera. I used my Studio Moisture Cream just to moisturize, and I used the Natural Radiance and Tarte Poreless Primer. Brush, and I'm actually just going to pat in. And the reason I'm patting in is because I do not want to move the product around. I just want to place it into the skin. And then I'm going to go just like that. And honestly, even if you wanted to on the days that you were a little bit more busy, you can just use this product and then maybe put a little bit of concealer on if you wanted to, or just put some powder on and run right out the door. You'll still look nice and put together, and it's very easy and on the go. See how that just cancels out some of the darkness already? And you can use this before your makeup as a color corrector, or you can use these as a highlighter after your makeup. Alright, perfect. Alright, there we go. Now the two foundations that I'm using today are my Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, and I'm also using Face and Body by MAC. The reason I'm using the Studio Fix Fluid is because I wanted to have a nice full coverage, but I don't like it too heavy, so that's why I share it down with the Face and Body. So what I usually do, I just take a little bit of both, more of the Studio Fix Fluid than the Face and Body, and I just put it right on the back of my hand. Just like this. And I have relatively good skin, so I really don't need that much product, but this is very buildable coverage, so you can get it to that medium to full coverage, and it's a matte finish. Now I wanted to have a semi-matte finish too, which is the reason why I use two different foundations, because this one is a matte and this was a very sheer liquidy foundation because it's water based. So this is just going to help tone down some of that matte-ness of the Studio Fix Fluid. And just like that. And the shades that I am in the Studio Fix Fluid, I'm NC50, and I'm using N7 in the Face and Body. And then I'll just take my finger and I'll just swirl it right in. Honestly, if you were doing this on a client, of course you would use a Petri dish. And you can use a spatula just to mix. But because I'm doing it on myself, go ahead and use your finger. And I'm just going to place this right over. I'm just going to use dots all over. And of course we're going to blend this out using that same buffing brush that we used to blend out the color corrected pen. And also guys, if you want to see an eyebrow tutorial, you can just let me know and just thumbs up and rate this video, and then I'll be sure to get one of those right up to you guys. Alright, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my buffing brush again, and I'm just going to buff this right into the skin. And you can see how that also covers up some of that orange from the Prep and Prime pen as well. Now there are different Prep and Prime pens that you can use as well. You can use ones by L'Oreal. I mean, it's not called Prep and Prime, but they do help to color correct. Or you can use some that are a little bit creamier and thicker. I believe like almost all companies have color correcting. And I like to go over this right under my brow just so you can see a very pronounced highlight. I just want to make sure all of that blends in. You make sure you want to get up under the eye. Just make sure this foundation is nice and packed into the skin. And then after you go in with your buffing brush, I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender. I've been let this sit for like an hour. I've wet it just so it can get a little bit damp, but you don't want it like soaking wet. And I'm just going to use it just to pat over my foundation, just to give it a little bit more of an airbrush look. I'm just going to soak up any of the excess product too. You see how I have like a nice subtle glow, and that's because I mixed it with the face and body foundation. Now had I just used the Studio Fix fluid by itself, it would have been completely matte with no shine at all. But you know, I'm a girl with a little bit of glow. I need a little bit of shine in my life, so I have to mix it. Alright, so there you go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish my face off camera and then I'll be right back. Hey guys, so here's the finished look. I added a little bit of blush, some highlight, some lashes, and a real simple eye. So if you like this video, please rate, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you in my next video. Bye!